Welcome to my channel. Right now you are in the right place. I like that it maintained this rustic look. You see, because of these bumps, I didn't sand them off or anything, so I like that it maintained this rustic look for our shabby chic farmhouse look, so that it takes away from this industrial, a bit away from this industrial look. This here we had put for a reason. It's to help us have a space for putting our clock mechanism. And so I'm going to remove this, then I'm going to demold. It is so big, I don't think you can see it. Let's see. It's created a nice circle to fix our mechanism, so that then we don't have to worry about using a rotary tool to cut through the resin. So that makes my life easier. Yeah. And because we had, I think you've been wondering, what is that thing I had put, I'd sprayed some. You can use resin release, but if you don't have resin release, you can also use oil spray so that it doesn't stick to your mold, because this is not a silicone mold. This is a plastic container I have, but because I was looking for something big, and so this is what I have. So I don't know how we'll demold this. It is so big. I've never done this big before. And you can see these holes. I think they are the effect of oil. So if you want your product to have a nice smooth finish, don't use the oil as a lubricant. But for me, it's okay, because remember, my clock has a rustic look. This in fact is even better. The only thing I wish I'd done was mix this a little more so that it's not as defined, but you will see for the space that we need this for, this works perfect. Here it is, and it's very, 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 very thin, which is good because I'm taking it to Kenya from Dubai, so I don't want it to be heavy. I'm this person who, if I can recycle or upcycle something, revamp it, I'd rather not throw it away. All right, and then also sometimes getting these big clocks is so expensive, so I'm like, why not? All right, this is what I was telling you. Look at this design that came through because of the oil floating, so it has given me texture without me having to work for it. The only thing that's a disadvantage with using the oil is that you have to wash this with warm water and soap, so that it's the resin, the oil is not on the surface, especially if you are going to put another layer. So let me show you how we're going to do it. I want you to show you that mine is still a little malleable, and the reason for this is because I want it to form around this on the back. Let me show you how the back is. See, the back is still rustic. I didn't do anything to it. So I want it to be able to form around this when we put our resin. And remember, resin outer levels. So it would have been hard for it to settle on every bit. And even now it won't on every bit that is, that is raised, and then this is lowered. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to fit it over this because of the circumference or the diameter, and have bits of it stick on this. And so what I would have done is, on a normal day, is have this cure fully so that it can hold its weight, put maybe some bases and put it on those bases, and then pour a clear layer of resin on it, and then cover this over that. Let me show you. Cover this like this with it raised so that this is resting on it. But because I wanted it to be malleable, we won't do that. So I'll show you how I'm going to do this instead. With this turned upside down, let me show you. And now you can see my hole and this circle. That's part of where the clock mechanism is going to be, and that's why we had that circle. So let's continue. So it has two sides to it, this side and this side. This side has a more matte finish, and I don't want that because already this is rough. I want at least a little shine to come through because already the because this already is covering quite a bit, so I want shine to come through compared to the matte side. Even with this, because it's really big, this 70, did I tell you 70 centimeters the diameter, you still won't be able to see the whole of it. Once I put it in, I'll give you a side view like before, but at least you will see what I'm going to do. So this is what I mean. I want it to go in here. See where the middle is? This is where I needed the mechanism to be able to go. It's not even this wide, eh? So it's really just resting on the border. So I need it to be sort of centered. And this is where now our mechanism will go in. So I need to make sure I align it in such a way that when I put it, it fits well. And you see now what I was telling you about, some are higher and lower. So that's why I needed it to be a little malleable, so that if I paint on resin on this and put, at least it fits. This looks so funny. I've put all the weights I have in my workshop to try and hold it down so that it cures with the bits and pieces touching where they can, and then hopefully they hold that up, because I don't have any other way of holding it up. And I didn't want to, like, now after this cures, I didn't want to put a layer over here, because then I have to deal all over again with this space. Yeah, and also it won't auto level because it's like this, it's bumpy like this, it has ups and downs, so then that option goes for me. So I'll wait for it to cure, and then what I'll do is I'll show you now when we put the mechanism and how it will look in my parents' home until they reveal nicely on the wall of my parents' home. Barakatele, and don't forget the playlist for parents' home makeover. Simple, reused, recycled, upcycled, revamped. It's finally home from Dubai to Kenya. Remember we made this and I brought it here. Now we're replacing it with a clock. So here it is. And there it is, from Dubai to Kenya. What do you think about it? Please let me know in the comment section below. Tell me if you'd change the colors, or what you think about the whole setup, and go watch the parents' home makeover video. Thank you. I hope you like this and you find it valuable, so please subscribe and press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos, and also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Juliet Migwi Inspires. God bless you, Barakatele. See you on my next video.